God says, "My beloved child, the moment your soul started seeking divine truth, the heavens began to move in silence. You do not know this yet, but a gate is opening tonight, and the winds of favor have begun circling your name. The stars are aligning for your deliverance, your breakthrough, and your fortune. But you are still unaware of how serious this message is. You don't know what's happening behind the veil. You have no idea that tonight at exactly 9 p.m., your name is written on a supernatural scroll that contains a divine transfer of $55 million. This isn't a number I am giving you to tease you. This is written. This is sealed. This is protected by the heavenly order. But you must listen. Archangel Michael says this is your last window. One wrong choice, and the wealth that is seeking you will fall into the hands of your enemies. Child, I am not trying to scare you. I'm revealing what is already set in motion. There are people who fasted against you. There is a woman who spoke to a psychic 2 days ago about blocking your success. She knows what you're about to receive. She was warned by an evil force that you are about to rise beyond imagination. So she took your name to a dark place and placed it under a cursed bowl of water. But what she doesn't know is that Archangel Michael already saw her hands. He already sent 3 angels to destroy the spell. But you must do your part now. You must stay in alignment. You must not scroll past this message like it means nothing. This isn't a social media post. This is your divine lifeline. Archangel Michael says, I am begging for your 1 minute. Not for me, but for you. I stood before your name last night and saw what the enemy planned. You were not supposed to be alive today. You were supposed to wake up and feel numb, lost, without energy. You were supposed to feel confused. But instead, you opened your eyes because I stood guard at 3:44 a.m. I destroyed the energy sent to drown you. I stopped the report that was about to go to someone who wanted to sue you. I fought the darkness that waited to enter your home through a conversation. You almost said the wrong thing to the wrong person. But I blocked the call. And now, I am telling you with divine authority, you are receiving $55 million at 9 p.m. tonight. But if you ignore this message, it will go to someone else. Yes, someone else is waiting to steal your inheritance. You think this is a game, but there's a woman watching you silently. She knows when you are about to receive something big. She always texts you strangely or appears out of nowhere when your miracles are close. This is not by coincidence. There is a spiritual surveillance on your joy. But I am exposing her now. She recently had a conversation with 2 people who laughed about something you don't know. She showed them your picture and said, they have no idea they're walking into a trap. She doesn't know that we heard her. That I wrote down every word. And now, she is being spiritually exposed. You'll feel something shift after you finish this message. Because her connection to your path is being cut permanently. God says, you were always meant to be rich. This number, $55 million, is not just a miracle. It's your spiritual inheritance. You have crossed too many trials, suffered too much in silence, cried too many nights in beds that carried your pain like a hidden chamber. I saw you when you didn't even ask for money, you just asked for peace. You said, God, just give me some rest. But I am not just giving you rest. I am giving you restoration. I am releasing wealth that your ancestors prayed for. This was meant for someone before you, but they failed the test. Now the oil is on you. The crown is on you. The responsibility is now yours. If you ignore this moment, generations will weep. You have to understand the weight of this opportunity. Archangel Michael says, I saw your bank account. I saw the late payments. I saw the guilt. I saw the embarrassment when someone asked you about money, and you didn't know what to say. I saw the conversations where you said, I'll handle it, but inside you were breaking. I saw your generosity even when you had little. And that's why heaven chose you. Not because of your wealth, but because of your heart. You never bragged, never tried to take credit. You helped someone recently who hasn't even said thank you. But we saw it. And now, you're about to receive what no one will believe. When people hear how much is being given to you, they will say, it's a scam. It's impossible. How did this happen to them? But what they won't know is that I fought demons in the spirit to get this to you. You need to hear this, even if your logical mind tries to resist it. At exactly 9 p.m. tonight, a divine portal opens over your life. This is the window. This is not poetic or metaphorical. A transaction in the spiritual realm will attempt to descend into the physical world, and your financial status will shift so quickly, people around you will not recognize your life in 3 weeks. But the condition is this: do not ignore this message. If you ignore this message, the energy of alignment will break. Your opportunity will be delayed by 7 months. I am not threatening you, I am warning you. Delay causes decay. And you cannot afford more delay. That's why God is speaking now with such urgency. God says, there is a person you trusted who knew this was coming. They've been reading your energy, copying your style, and trying to confuse your destiny. They even tried to make you think they were meant to receive this instead of you. They speak to you sweetly but mock you behind your back. I am removing them tonight. At exactly 9 p.m., their access to your energy ends. Their ability to confuse your path is revoked. Because tonight, the light is coming back to you. The angels are circling your name and preparing a financial breakthrough that will cancel every debt, shift every narrative, and silence every voice that doubted you. Archangel Michael says, I am weeping in the spirit, not because I'm sad, but because I see what's about to happen for you. I see the letter. I see the account. I see the digital transfer. I see the shocked look on your face when you realize God really did it. When the money appears and you remember this moment. When you realize the timing was not random. That every second you gave this message was part of the divine activation. You were chosen to read this. You didn't come across this by luck. You came here because the heavens needed your attention. This is not about just having money. It's about becoming who you truly are. There is a reason people underestimated you. God kept your glow hidden until now. You were always the chosen one. That's why your pain was so confusing. That's why your betrayals hurt deeper than anyone else's. Because you were never meant to be average. You were always born for royalty. And now, your crown is descending. Not in gold, but in favor. Not in diamonds, but in evidence. People will soon ask you how you did it. But you will remember, it was this moment, this message, this divine warning that changed everything. God says, a financial door that's been locked for 9 years is breaking open. The key is in your belief. The moment you open your heart fully to this message, the angels will move. A man is coming into your life with a blessing that will seem too good to be true. He has been assigned to transfer a portion of this wealth to you. He doesn't know you yet, but he's being guided right now. You'll meet him after this breakthrough begins. He will say something simple that will shock you. He'll say, I've been looking for you. That's when you'll know this was real. But first, you must honor the message. Archangel Michael says, do not treat this as entertainment. This is sacred. This is prophetic. This is divine emergency. The time is now. If you ignore this, if you walk away, the angels will still love you, but the door will close. And if it closes, it will take months to reopen. You cannot risk that. Not with what's at stake. The enemies are watching. They want you to doubt. They want you to scroll past. But heaven is watching to see if you believe. Tonight at 9 p.m., the transfer begins. The $55 million that was written in the Book of Miracles under your name is going to start moving toward you. If you listen. If you honor. If you trust. The woman who tried to block this will be exposed. The people who mocked you will witness your rise. The doors that closed will burst open. The pain you carried will become power. The confusion you felt will become clarity. And the lack you've suffered will become legacy. You must not delay. You must not doubt. You must not walk away. This is your message. This is your confirmation. This is your moment. Don't let fear trick you out of your favor. Don't let distractions pull you out of destiny. Stay awake. Stay present. Stay faithful. Because everything is about to change. Your angels are watching. Archangel Michael is speaking. God is confirming. The money is moving. The time is set 9 p.m. $55,000,000. Your name is on it. Don't ignore this. Open your heart now. Say yes. Say now. Say amen. God says, you said yes in your heart, and that yes has now echoed through the courts of heaven. Your name is being pronounced clearly by the elders of light. There is a sound vibrating through the atmosphere in your favor. And because of your willingness to believe, because you did not scroll away, because you opened your spirit to this word, the divine vault that held back your wealth is now unlocking. The numbers are changing. The codes are being released. The golden stream of provision is flowing with your name on it. And this time, no one can stop it. Child, listen carefully. This message is no longer a warning. This is now your activation. You crossed the threshold of delay. You made it past the realm where demons had gathered to confuse your timeline. There were 6 voices that were assigned to speak against your elevation. They whispered curses behind your name. But I shut their mouths with the roar of heaven. The Lion of Judah stood behind your spirit and declared, enough. This one belongs to me. Archangel Michael says, I stayed close to your aura as you were reading. I observed the emotion in your chest. I saw the tremble in your soul when you read the number. I know your logical mind still doubts, but your spirit already accepted the miracle. And because of that, I am now opening a sealed scroll with your initials engraved in light. The words say, release the inheritance. Final instructions, deliver by 9 p.m. These aren't metaphors. These are instructions written in real spiritual language, executed by light-speed angels. Do you want to know what else I saw? Your enemies are in a panic. They are sensing that something divine is breaking their control over your finances. They are sensing your alignment. There is a woman, yes, her again, who thought she had final access to your energetic path. She bragged about knowing your fate. She thought she could bend timelines with her low rituals. But tonight, as the angelic scroll is unsealed, her fake powers are breaking. Her candles are turning cold. Her altar is crumbling. Because she didn't realize who you were. She saw your past, but not your promise. She studied your weakness but didn't understand your assignment. God says, there is an account with your initials on it that is now glowing with divine gold. There is a long line of favor waiting to be released. You are not going to receive one miracle, you are going to receive a sequence of miracles. There are 3 major breakthroughs tied to this financial blessing. A legal matter that has been haunting you is going to be dismissed. A hidden clause will be revealed in your favor. Someone you loved who betrayed you will come forward in tears. Not to hurt you, but to confess. Because the guilt will crush them after they see what God does in your life. A hidden document, possibly something connected to a will, inheritance, or old agreement, will resurface unexpectedly and your name will be on it in bold. These are not assumptions. These are heaven's promises. You were always meant to walk in divine royalty, and the time has finally come. The hour has been chosen. 9 p.m. tonight is not just the hour of your financial breakthrough, it is the hour of your coronation. Archangel Michael says, I know you've been mocked. I know they've laughed at your struggles. I know they think you're delusional for believing in miracles. But they didn't see what I saw. They didn't see the nights you cried silently and still encouraged others. They didn't hear the prayers you whispered in the dark. They don't know that every time you were broken, you still said, "Thank you, God." That kind of faith can't go unrewarded. Now listen closely, you are being monitored by both heaven and hell in this hour. The next 9 hours are critical. Every thought you have, every word you speak, every decision you make will determine the speed and fullness of your $55 million miracle. Speak life only. Stay silent around doubters. Do not argue with anyone today. Do not share your plans with anyone who has ever doubted your dreams. Keep this energy sacred. You are being wrapped in a divine covering, and no evil can penetrate it, unless you open the door through fear, negativity, or carelessness. God says, your past struggles were not punishments. They were the furnace. I refined you in the fire so no amount of wealth can corrupt you. That's why I delayed this money until now. I couldn't give this to you when you were surrounded by certain people. If I gave it then, it would have been stolen, misused, or cursed. But now, you are wiser. You are stronger. You are spiritually awake. Now, you will know what to do when it comes. You won't waste it. You will build legacy. You will heal your bloodline. You will fund missions. You will restore your name. Archangel Michael says, you will soon hear a knock. A notification. A divine sound. It will arrive softly but will carry immense meaning. When it comes, do not hesitate. Respond in peace. Receive it in full. It may look like a message from someone you forgot. It may look like a strange email or a missed call. But it will carry the vibration of your miracle. The enemy will try to make you distracted in that moment. Don't fall for it. Your destiny is coded in precise moments like this. Let me also tell you this. Someone you haven't heard from in a while is talking about you right now. They're remembering a time when you helped them, and now they are being led spiritually to return the favor in a big way. You will not have to ask. They will come forward. This is one of the divine backchannels God is using to multiply your money. And yes, this $55 million is just the beginning. That is the seed amount. Over the next 5 years, your wealth will multiply sevenfold. You will build what no one in your family ever dreamed. You will leave behind confusion and enter generational clarity. You will speak with such divine authority that even your enemies will say, they are truly blessed by God. God says, you did not find this message. I sent it to you. Your soul led you here. Your angels have been orchestrating this divine encounter for weeks. And now, the heavenly cloud is opening. And you are being watched by 12 divine beings. They are holding trumpets. They are about to blow them at 9 p.m. And when they do, the money will move. The favor will pour. The contracts will appear. The confusion will break. But I ask you one thing, don't doubt. Even if your logical mind fights. Even if your past disappointments whisper in your ears. Silence them. Look at your life and know that a higher power is real. You've seen too many signs. You've had too many dreams. You've had too many coincidences. This is not coincidence. This is confirmation. Archangel Michael says, I will stand by your door tonight. No evil can enter. No curse can touch. No lie can stand. And once this blessing lands, I will raise my sword one last time, and sever every tie that held you back from your destiny. Your wealth is arriving. Your enemies are crumbling. Your legacy is beginning. Your miracle is now. 9 p.m. $55,000,000. Your name is glowing in heaven. Say yes. Say amen. Say, I receive this. And watch what happens next. God says, there is a moment right now unfolding that has never happened before. And it is not a coincidence that your eyes are reading these words. There is a heavenly design moving in your favor, a divine orchestration that is unstoppable. God says, the angels have been watching you, especially Archangel Michael, and something urgent is being released into your life that will shift everything in your favor. This message is not for everyone. It is for you. Only you. Because heaven has decided that your name is being placed on a scroll of supernatural release. And Archangel Michael has been commanded to deliver this now, at this exact hour, because waiting one more moment might delay what God has already declared must reach you before 9 p.m. Michael says, I am begging you, with every beat of my angelic heart, please do not ignore this. Just 1 minute of your attention can unlock the miracle of $55 million that has been approved in heaven with your name stamped on it. Yes, it's a number that will shake you. A number that sounds too big for the ordinary, but this is not about the ordinary. This is divine money. God money. It's wealth tied to your purpose. It's inheritance hidden from you for years, but now, it's coming with a force that no enemy can stop. Michael says if you ignore this, every gate of abundance waiting to flood your life might close. Not because God is punishing you, but because your delay can be dangerous. Delay is the enemy of divine timing. Delay is the thief of purpose. And right now, divine timing is ticking. Do you feel this pull? This tug in your spirit? That's not anxiety. That's not confusion. That's confirmation. You've felt the storms. You've walked through months where the darkness tried to choke your joy. You've been through betrayal, spiritual attacks, nights where your pillow was soaked with silent tears. But God says, I saw it all. I counted every moment you didn't give up. I recorded every second you chose faith over fear. And now the reward must come. Not in small drops, but in floods. In overflow. In a way that silences every mocking voice that doubted your calling. The $55 million is symbolic, but it is also literal. It is spiritual treasure turned tangible. It is divine repayment for every unseen sacrifice you made when nobody was clapping for you. It is heaven's way of saying, I never forgot you. Archangel Michael says, I am standing right next to you now. I was with you when you were a child and someone tried to destroy your joy. I was with you when you trusted the wrong people. I fought wars in the spirit realm when you didn't even know a battle was happening. I shielded you from hidden curses. I deflected arrows meant to break you. But today, I am not just your protector, I am your messenger. I come with good news that will turn your mourning into dancing. But you must receive it. Not just read it. Receive it in your spirit. Say yes to heaven. Because 9 p.m. is not a random time, it is a divine appointment. And if you ignore this, you might delay the financial release tied to that hour. God says, do not say this message is too dramatic. Do not say it is just another thing. This is sacred. This is sealed in the courts of heaven. There is someone who almost succeeded in blocking this money from coming to you. They knew about your future. A relative, perhaps. A friend pretending to care. Someone you once helped, yes, that person, they saw your light and tried to dim it. But I, the Lord your God, intervened. I allowed the delay to mature your faith. But the delay is now over. It is no longer about waiting. It is about preparing to receive. Get ready. Check your email. check your phone. Something is coming that looks natural but is deeply supernatural. The money is not just for comfort. It is for calling. God says, "You have been asking, Lord, what is my purpose?" And I am answering you now. You are called to build, to restore, to break generational curses and replace them with generational blessings. This $55 million is not random, it is connected to your mission. It is for land, for people, for vision, for healing others, for creating safe places for the broken, for changing lives that were headed to darkness. It is for breaking the financial chains that have tried to keep your family stuck. This is restoration, multiplied. Michael says, heaven is very serious about this. There is an anointing flowing to you. There's a financial anointing resting on your name, and your name is being spoken in rooms you've never entered. Someone powerful has just mentioned you. Yes, a millionaire. No, you haven't met them yet, but they have been guided to find you. They have resources. They have access. They have more than enough, and they have been told by God to bless someone today. That someone is you. And they will release the blessing at 9 p.m. But only if your spirit is aligned. Only if your heart receives this message and you take it seriously. No fear. No doubt. Just faith. God says, I know this season has tested you. I know you've asked, why is it so hard for me when I try so much? And I say to you now, it was not in vain. The doors that closed were not a punishment, they were protection. The relationships that ended were not rejection, they were redirection. And now, everything is coming full circle. You're about to see why the delay happened. You're about to see why I said, wait. Because what's coming now will erase years of pain. It will make your enemies bow. Not to you, but to the God who lifted you. They will have no choice but to say, surely, the Lord was with them. Michael pleads, please, I am begging for your 1 minute. If you stop reading now, if you walk away and say, maybe later, then the portal may not open the way it is designed to. That 1 minute is sacred. That 1 minute of obedience is more powerful than 1,000 prayers said in fear. It's not that God will punish you, but your agreement is needed. Heaven never forces. Heaven invites. This is your invitation to enter the realm of sudden miracles. God says, the devil tried to confuse you with busyness. Tried to distract you with fake problems. Tried to fill your mind with clutter so you wouldn't see the gold hidden in this moment. But my voice is louder than every storm. I am whispering to your soul right now, you are safe. You are chosen. You are being elevated. The money is not a trap, it's a tool. It's a divine tool to lift you. to restore what was stolen, to release you from debt, from fear, from shame, from survival mode. I am not done. I am not giving up on you. Even when you felt numb, I stayed. Even when you stopped praying, I kept protecting. Even when you questioned me, I kept preparing. Because my love is not like human love. My mercy is not like man's mercy. My timing is perfect. And tonight, at 9 p.m., you will know what I meant when I said, I will pour out a blessing so great, you won't have room enough to receive it. Michael says, someone tried to curse your money. Someone tried to use dark means to block your flow. But I broke that curse. I shattered that assignment. The same people who laughed at your struggle will now witness your breakthrough. And they will be silenced, not by your words, but by what I do for you. By what I release for you. By what you receive today. God says, you are stepping into a realm where favor will follow you. Where phone calls will come with opportunities you didn't even apply for. Where emails will arrive with approvals you didn't expect. Where checks will show up with your name written in divine ink. Do not fear how. Do not ask when. Just trust that my word never returns void. What I speak must happen. And I have spoken over your life, prosperity, elevation, expansion, healing, divine money. And to those who say, money doesn't matter, tell them this, God uses money to move mountains too. God uses finances to fulfill promises. Money in the hands of the righteous is a weapon of light. You will not be greedy. You will not be wasteful. You will be generous. You will fund dreams. You will create jobs. You will rescue people from poverty. Because that is who you are. Michael's final warning: if you ignore this, not only will the money delay, but your spirit may grow numb again. And numbness is worse than fear. At least fear moves. But numbness settles. Don't settle. Rise. Receive. Watch what happens before 9 p.m. Watch how the message confirms itself. Watch the sign appear in your inbox, in your phone, in your dreams. God always gives a sign to the one who believes. This is not hype. This is heaven. This is not a scam. This is sacred. This is not a joke. This is Jesus. And He is moving now. Angels are moving now. Archangel Michael is standing guard at your gate, commanding darkness to flee. Commanding abundance to come. Commanding your destiny to rise. All because you said yes. One yes can change everything. One moment can shift lifetimes. One act of faith can open the floodgates of wealth. God says, I have not brought you this far to abandon you now. I have not allowed this message to reach your eyes just for fun. This is the turning point. This is the moment your name is written on the miracle scroll. The enemy cannot erase it. No weapon can block it. No delay can stop it, unless you ignore it. Receive it. Trust me. Watch what I do before the clock strikes 9 p.m. This is your moment. This is your money. This is your miracle. God says, I am not a man that I should lie, nor the Son of Man that I should change my mind. What I speak becomes law in the heavens, and what I decree cannot be undone by the hands of man. My child, the moment you said, yes, in your heart, the moment your soul leaned into this message, the heavens recorded it. Angels took flight. Doors began to swing open. The tide of your story began to turn. And what was once stuck began to flow. What was once closed began to open. What was once impossible is now scheduled to manifest. Not years from now. Not one day. But today. At 9 p.m. Michael says, I saw your silent cries. You were not loud about your suffering. You held it in. You wore smiles while pain danced under your skin. You prayed prayers you didn't even have the strength to finish. But heaven heard every word. Even the ones you didn't say. Even the tears. Every tear you cried was a prayer. And heaven is responding. The treasury of heaven has been unlocked. And your name has been announced before the throne. God says, the money is already being processed. It is moving through the realms. It is finding the fastest legal route to reach your hands. Yes, legal in the spirit and legal on earth. You don't need to manipulate anything. You don't need to chase or beg or plead. You don't need to perform for favor. You are already favored. You are already chosen. You are already set apart. And because of that, this $55 million is not a fantasy, it is a divine fact. It is spiritual currency becoming earthly reward. It is the manifestation of the wealth of the wicked being transferred to the righteous. Michael says, you were supposed to receive this years ago, but too many people had access to your energy. People who drained you, distracted you, delayed you. That's why heaven had to pull you back. Isolate you. Hide you. It felt like rejection, but it was protection. And now you're purified. Now you're ready. Now you're positioned. The divine delay was not denial. It was calibration. Realignment. And now that you're back in spiritual position, the vaults are opening. God says, I know the weight you've carried. I know how much you've given to others. I saw you lend when you had barely enough. I saw you bless others while secretly needing a blessing yourself. I saw you encourage others while your own heart was breaking. That is why you are qualified. Because you never stopped giving. You never stopped believing. And I reward those who stay faithful even in famine. Tonight, something is happening that will make the past pain worth it. Tonight, at 9 p.m., the very timeline of your life bends in your favor. People will say it happened suddenly. But you and I know, this has been building for a long time. This is divine recompense. This is supernatural restoration. You will walk into rooms that used to ignore you, and they will honor you. You will receive calls from people who once overlooked you, now asking for your wisdom, your presence, your partnership. You will become the lender and not the borrower. You will sign documents that change your entire bloodline. And every signature will carry the seal of God's promise. Michael says, please don't ignore the urgency. I say it again, with reverence and pleading, do not delay. Because when heaven says now, it means now. The angels are moving in real time. There's a divine countdown happening behind the scenes. And every second you delay in agreement, the shift slows down. But every second you say, yes, I receive, the shift accelerates. Heaven moves at the speed of faith. Not fear. Not confusion. Not logic. But pure, obedient, childlike faith. God says, I've watched you shrink yourself to make others comfortable. I've seen you play small so others wouldn't feel insecure around your calling. I've seen you bury your dreams to keep the peace. But no more. Now is the season where I make you rise. Now is the time when you stop hiding. Now is the hour I pour out on you what I had to withhold when you weren't ready. You are ready now. You are mature. You are anchored. You are alert. And the blessings I'm releasing require that level of awareness. You're not just being blessed, you're being trusted. The $55 million is not just money, it is a mantle. A financial mantle. A spiritual covering that will touch everything around you. Businesses will grow under your hand. Ministries will be birthed under your voice. Families will be fed under your name. Lives will be saved under your guidance. You are not just receiving wealth. You are becoming a well. A source. A fountain. Overflowing with the oil of abundance. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will be able to dry you up again. Michael says, the warfare you felt recently was not random. The tension. The chaos. The sudden attacks. It was spiritual resistance. Demonic resistance. The enemy knew what was coming. He tried to distract you, discourage you, delay you, even discredit you. But none of it worked. Because your destiny was never in His hands. It was always in God's. And now that the storm has passed, the sun is rising. The dawn of your prosperity has arrived. God says, someone is being moved by my hand right now to send you a message. A check. A deal. A contract. A call. A conversation. A divine transaction is unfolding. They don't even know why they feel drawn to you, but it's my spirit guiding them. They are part of the delivery system. They are part of the manifestation. Be ready. Stay in position. Expect it. Anticipate it. And when it comes, you'll know it wasn't luck. It was Lord. Michael says, please, this is not a drill. This is not just poetry. This is prophecy. And heaven is watching how you respond. You've been asking for a sign. You've been pleading for confirmation. This is it. The words you're reading are not written, they are whispered from heaven's throne. And I, Michael, am assigned to stand beside you until this promise reaches your hands. God says, do not speak against this blessing. Do not cancel it with your doubt. Do not delay it with your fear. Speak life. Say yes. Receive it. Talk to me. I am listening. I am closer than your breath. And I am waiting for your agreement. Because when your spirit says yes, my angels can begin the transfer. When your mouth agrees, your miracles multiply. When your faith rises, your harvest cannot be stopped.